Hi everyone, Lewis aka Spider-Man 1991 here with another graphic novel review. Today's graphic novel is, if you can tell by my hat, Aquaman, Sub Diego. In a nutshell, the summary is that a devastating earthquake causes half of the city of San Diego to sink underwater. And at first, it's believed that no one survived the disaster. However, survivors suddenly start swimming ashore, but when they get to shore, they start to suffocate and they die because something has caused them to mutate so that they can only breathe water now. Aquaman investigates and discovers a number of survivors who initially are stuck under debris, and he helps them out, but he discovers that they can all only breathe water now. So Aquaman investigates and he helps the survivors get acclimated to their new environment, and he pretty much decides to stay in the newly christened Sub Diego as his home, treat as his home base. And he meets a girl named, and also at the beginning of the story, he meets a girl named Lorena Marquez, who later down the road becomes the second Aqua Girl. And that's really what happens. Okay, honestly, even though I just described the summary in not much detail, this was actually a pretty good story. The first 5 issues, it collects issues, let me see here, 15 to 22, which is about 7 issues. And the first five issues in our story are called American Title, and they do a fantastic job showing the emotional impact that on the residents of Sub Diego now that they can not only do they have to build a new home underwater, but that they have to basically just acclimate to a whole new environment altogether. And also Aquaman shows up and decides to help them, and he becomes sort of like a savior figure to them. And he helps them find new life under the sea, and Aquaman himself even finds a new purpose, which is protecting all the Sub Diegoites, water breathers, let's just call them that. And the last 2 issues of the book show Aquaman starting to patrol the city like a standard superhero for any crime, trying to take advantage of the city's sort of messed up state. And he even gets help, and even at one point he even asks Batman for advice, which is fun. Which is a fun conversation between the two of them, where when Batman helps Aquaman out, Aquaman just says that he's really doing this just to get this over with, and Batman's like, I understand it. Clark, Barry, when they're solving a crime, they enjoy the chase, but you and me, we just want to get to the point and get it done. So that was a really cool conversation between the two heroes. The only drawback to this story, this story that I can think of, is that we don't really get any actual answers as to the main people behind the attack on San Diego, the ones who hired Dr. Geist, who created the serum that caused the people to mutate, basically to mutate into water breathers. Basically, Geist was this this guy who believed that because of global warming, the world would become flooded, and that in order to survive, humanity would have to adapt. So he used Aquaman's DNA to help create a serum to help rewrite human DNA into only breathing water. And he distributed it apparently into the San Diego water supply. And the company that hired him also built a machine that caused the earthquake and also triggered the serum to activate, causing, of course, the Sub Diegoans. So we don't get any actual names or anything for the people behind this, and also apparently the author of the story, Will Pfeiffer, he left after issue 22. And from what I can tell, when I looked up this story online, because this story is actually on a number of lists of best Aquaman stories or recommended reading for Aquaman. And when I looked it up, some people have said that after this, things sort of started to fall apart after Pfeiffer left. And there will be another collection coming that collects the next few issues after this story, so that will come out in July. I'll probably get it so that I can see for myself if it's really as bad as people say. I don't know. But overall, I think if you're looking for a good Aquaman story with some emotion and something that really kind of shook up Aquaman's status quo, then I would say you should definitely give Sub Diego a try. So that's my review of Aquaman Sub Diego. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to a friend of mine, my friend Aaron, who has been apparently sharing my videos a lot. He's actually commented on a few of my videos. Recently he contacted me, kind of gave me some positive feedback, telling me to keep going. I really appreciate that. He does have his own YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that in the description below. So thank you again for watching this video. Thank you, and also I didn't mean to single anyone out. I appreciate all my fans, all the people who watch these videos, who like it, who subscribe to me, who comment. Thank you very much. I like that. I really appreciate all of you. So thank you, everyone. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.